Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to the next episode of The Light in the Darkness, a podcast for anyone who has ever walked through the shadows and wondered if the light still lives in them. I am B. I'm your host, and today's episode is called I Am Love. I am love. It's not just a phrase, it's not just a mantra, it's a truth, a remembering, especially in those moments when everything else tries to make you forget. Let's be honest, love isn't always the loudest thing in the room. It doesn't always show up wrapped in romance or perfection. Sometimes love whispers in the quiet, in the pain, in the dark. Sometimes it shows up in the act of simply surviving, of getting out of bed when your body feels like stone, of taking a deep breath when your chest is tight with fear, of choosing not to give up on yourself. That's love too. Yes, it is. And so often we look outside ourselves for love. We search for it in people, approval, validation, applause. But what if the greatest love story begins inside of you? What if, especially in the dark, you can still say, I am love? And now let's talk about what I am love really means. It doesn't mean you are always calm, happy, or perfect. It doesn't mean you don't feel fear, anger, heartbreak, or grief. It means that beneath all of that, there is something deeper, a core, a light, a truth. It's the part of you that keeps showing up, even after you've been hurt. The part of you that still hopes, even when things feel hopeless. The part of you that longs for peace, not just for yourself, but for others too. That is love, and that is you. And now I want you to imagine standing in front of a mirror. No filters, no makeups, no masks, just you. What do you see? You may see scars, tired eyes, doubt, shame, but look closer. Beneath it all, there is someone who has endured, someone who has loved, lost, learned, and it's still here. That's no accident. That's love in human form. That's you. So if today feels heavy, if the darkness feels thick, maybe just whisper to yourself, I am love. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are still choosing to believe that something beautiful lives within you. And that belief alone is powerful. When you begin to see yourself as love, not just someone who gives or receives love, you start to move differently in the world. You protect your peace. You set boundaries, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. You speak gently to yourself. You show up with intention, and you forgive. Not to forget, but to free yourself. And here's the wild part. When you remember that you are love, you don't have to search for the light. You become it. Even in dark places. Even when nothing outside you changes. Even when the world doesn't understand. You still shine. And before we close today, let's do a little practice. Wherever you are, sitting, walking, laying down, doesn't matter. Just pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in and exhale. Now, gently place your hand over your heart and repeat after me, either silently or out loud. Even in the darkness, I am light. Even in my doubt, I'm truth. Even in my fear, I am love. You don't have to fully believe it yet. Just begin. Thank you for being here, in this space, in this moment. And remember, this podcast is not about fixing you, because you are not broken. It's about reminding you of what you already carry. Even in the darkness, there is always a light, and that light is you. You are love. You always have been. You always will be. If this episode touched something in you, share it with someone who might need a little light of their own. And if no one has told you lately, you are seen. You are worthy. You are love. This was B, your host, and until next time, Take care of your light.